Hi, this is Helen with the Better Half blog. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to share with you how to have a super productive week, how to plan for it. The very first thing that I do is I just brain dump. I sit down with a clean piece of paper. It could be on a planner. It could be on just a regular piece of paper that's floating around. And I just go and start brain dumping. I don't even look at the previous week to see what chevron I have going forward to this week. I just start brain dumping. And then the next thing I do is then I go back to my planner and looking at the last week's page to see what I've missed or what I've moved to this week. And I start adding that to my brain dump list. From there, I go into my monthly. So in my monthly, I go to look for specific items such as important schedules and dates and due dates for my work tasks and also my personal. And from there, what I'm doing is I am migrating it over into the weekly layout to the spread to share that I have some important schedules and appointments and such, and I would just list them down in my weekly. And at that point, I go into my weekly section where I list out all the tasks. Now, it used to be that I started out with doing the weekly tasks on the right side and just kind of seeing, hey, here's a brain dump list, go from there, right? See what you can get done. But on the weeks that I am super productive, what I found myself doing was scheduling out each task according to the importance. So from the brain dump list, as you can see, I have been doing the yellow dots, and those yellow dots for me represent highlight. So it's the highlight of my week. Those are some important tasks or projects or personal things that I have to get done this week that I would love to get done this week. Let's put it that way. And so I go in and I start highlighting all of the important things that I want to get done. And from there, I start migrating it into the week according to what I see as my schedule. So let me share with you what I've done here. In my weekly, this is how you'll see me plan out. So I typically go in right after this whole brain dump session and then adding all those schedules and appointments into my booklet here in the weekly. I then go into my main catch-all planner, whether it be my Notion, my digital planner, or into my paper and pen type of planner. So from there, what I'm doing is I am blocking out all the hours that I am not available. Meaning I have 4 kids and I am picking up or dropping off the kids in these purple times. So as you can see also back into my key here of all the different colors and what it represents, purple is for kids. So every purple you see is where I'm not available to do any of these tasks other than kids. And then my pink, as you can see, is my cook time. So of course you're gonna cook or you're gonna eat. So you have that time blocked off your calendar. Now from there, I don't do anything else because a lot of these are tasks other than the appointments. So on the appointment side, what I'm doing is I go in and I will start writing down the appointments. So as you can see from here, I have a couple of appointments that I did not migrate into this planner. So let's do that right this minute. And so all of my schedules and appointments are marked in my weekly. And then from there, what I'll do is then I will go into the actual planning. So here I've laid out what I've missed from last week, and a lot of this is going to double up with this list. However, there are certain things that I did not miss. And so here's the master list of everything. So what I'm doing is everything that migrated from last week that I could not finish is here, as well as here. And my brain dump session right here, now I have migrated them into each daily bucket of what I can handle. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm rewriting this into here, or In my case, I like to use this as kind of my journaling and what happened, you know, some of the highlights, key highlights of each day. So I'm gonna leave this here. I am going to start listing them out here accordingly. So in my very productive week, I typically don't like to use every single daily page to write down everything up front. What I do is I write it down per day. So I will start doing that here. These are all the tasks that I have going on. And what I do on top of this layer is just a little bit of something to make me happy. And so I have that, and I have my to-do sticker. I purchased and printed out on Etsy and onto my Cricut machine, which I am terrible at still. And I will mark the to-do there. Once I've done that, I then go back and I take this list right here, the 2 things that are going on today. On a day like this where I have quite a few things, they're not heavy to-do list, quite a few things that I have to get done, I then start going and time boxing out my day. So that's how I'm going to schedule out my day. These 4 things, if I didn't get anything done, these 4 things are a must do type of a situation. And then from here, what I do then is, because I want to be highly productive in all areas of my life, that helps me to understand that this is what we're going to eat. What we're going to eat tonight is bulgogi and rice. That's it. This is all I do. And this is the most productive way for me to get things done this week. And I will just do this on a daily basis. So tomorrow morning I will sit here, or tonight, it doesn't matter. Everyone has a different preference of how they want to schedule out things. I like to do it in the mornings. I used to do it in the evenings. And what happens is by the morning, you're kind of like burnt already, because you already saw your list of all the different things that you need to do today. And then you're kind of burnt. So instead, I like to do this when I'm able to sit down for the first time after dropping off all my kids and start working. That's when I start making this list. So again, I will go back to here, because this has now become my master list. On Tuesday, outside of anything that I pushed chevron over to the right onto this day, hopefully nothing, but if I do, I will copy that over. And the second thing is then I go from here to here. This is exactly what I would do. And this is when I have a huge week. Like for example, you see a lot of work tasks, and these are a lot of projects that I work on. I don't do a lot of clerical stuff with my work, but it's more so for bigger projects. And so when I have bigger projects to do, I basically would schedule out my week this way, and I get the most stuff done. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, bye.